Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network for the second of our 3 games covering Hoopfest today from Valhalla on the campus of Pleasant Grove High School. This matchup is IMG Academy versus Millennium High School out of Goodyear, Arizona. IMG Academy, a great basketball school. At least one notable alumni that I found when I was checking out rosters for both sides. Olivier Roux, the current tallest basketball player in the history of basketball, played for IMG Academy. He's currently at Florida. They expect him to do great things in the NBA. The tip-off of this game won by IMG Academy as they will start going against the, I believe, Tigers of Millennium High School. I am correct, and there's a quick bucket for IMG, taking the lid off early and trying to set the tone. Always very important, especially getting the first bucket in a game can really help establish momentum. Almost had a 3 there from Millennium. Corner off the target, stays with Millennium. A lot of ball movement so far today in both of our games. Not a lot of screens used to separate guys from their defenders as the pull-up. No good there. Rebound taken, IMG, who quickly brings it the other way. Drive right into triple coverage. Kick to the corner, fakes the shot. His man sticks with him. Good defense from Millennium High School against IMG Academy. The hand gets the poke away, fight to recover possession. Corner, wing 3, good! IMG Academy up 5-0 early. Excuse me, piece of food temporarily got caught in my throat. Had to mute the mic to clear my throat so that I could continue to talk. Not sure what the refs were checking at the scorer's table. Millennium trying to get something going on offense. They had the 2 missed shots in the early rebound. Now looking to try to cut the lead down. Has the fake, gets the guy. Top of the key, swing down to the corner. 3 off the target. Rebound goes the way of IMG. The Ascenders, the nickname for IMG Academy. And I will likely be using that instead of IMG because it is a lot of correction. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by a Tiger. It will stay with the Ascenders. Quick moment of note. The roster on Max Preps has the correct names, but the incorrect numbers for the Ascenders. Good drive and spin. Defender stays put. Great defense. Obviously going to be a trend from today. Everybody on the court hoping to make it to the NBA someday, as the good defense results in an out of bounds off of the Tigers. Once again, it stays with the Ascenders on this side of the court. Get the inbound to the corner. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. 5 on the shot clock. Deep 3 off the target, short. Tigers bringing it up the court quickly. Trying to work around some great defense from the Ascenders. Get the bucket. Very well done from the Tigers of Millennium High School. As miscommunication on where the pass was going. Nobody home. Tigers taking it the other way. Get the layup. A quick 4-0 run from Millennium puts them right back in this. Cuts their deficit to 1. The Ascenders looking to get something, looking to reestablish what they had. Shot, I think, got blocked there from behind. Holy voice crack. That was bad. Quickly, the Tigers getting it up. Quick screen. Shot almost blocked. Lots of contact. Hit the deck hard. Out of bounds off of an Ascender. Stays with the Tigers. In for the Ascenders, I believe, was Ralph Scott, as announced over the PA. Inbound pass tipped out of bounds off of IMG, goes out of bounds. So we'll move about 10 feet and try again. Inbounded a lot better this time. Gets it down to the post, where he gets caught and forced into a travel, as that is great defense from the IMG Ascenders, forcing a turnover there from the Tigers of Millennium. IMG looking to go on another quick run to build on the lead. Millennium temporarily cut it down. Good post play. Gets the man down low open. Foul called on the shot. One more look at that. I don't think there was any contact. And you can hear the coaching staff disagree with the call on the Millennium sideline. Still getting an explanation from the ref. First free throw good from the Ascenders. As one of the weirdest foul calls I have ever seen. Second free throw good. IMG adds 2 to their lead, pushes it out to 3. Millennium looking to add on to it. Gets the pass stolen into the entry, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Fortunate there that did not turn into a bigger turnover for the Ascenders on that play. Could have been disastrous. Ends up going out of bounds and staying on this end of the court. Tigers get it into Trey McKinney, works it down low, gets the pass tipped out of his hand, and goes the other way from IMG. Layup can't fall, almost gets the put in. It's the board off of the missed tip in and gets the bucket from there. Great play down low from IMG. Now Cameron Holmes trying to find something. Briefly gave it back to Trey McKinney. Deep three, Cameron. Short off the front iron. Almost gets his own board. Ends up in possession of the Ascenders. Big dunk on this side of the court, and a timeout called, I believe, by Millennium High School. We'll show you the dunk one more time. Gets it down the court, works around his man and in. As yes, Millennium did call the timeout. They're down 11-4, 3:28 left in the first quarter. Off of the 32nd timeout, number 13, Dylan Cadet to inbound. Gets it in cleanly to his teammates. Almost a backcourt violation from the Tigers. Able to recover. Cameron Holmes with it. Drives, kicks it out to Aiden Diggs. Working it around the IMG defender. Almost gets trapped under the basket. Pass got a hand on it. Ends up with Adrian Higuera, who gets the bucket. As I left the camera on the wrong side of the court. IMG looking to score. Midi off the back of the iron, stays down here for the moment. IMG able to get their own board. It's down low. Foul called on the shot. A lot more contact that time. As 2 free throws coming Foul on Trey McKinney for Millennium. His first foul of the day, as they called it on the ground. They started lining up for free throws. It looked like it was on the shot, gave it to him on the ground. No free throws for the moment. Get two anyway, off the bucket, down low from IMG. Millennium looking to do something with it. Trey McKinney kicks it back out to Cameron Holmes. Out on the wing, Aiden Diggs, three, good! Aiden Diggs adds three onto the Tigers' total. IMG looking for an answer. Gets it taken away by Cameron Holmes. Quickly gets it up the court. Aiden Diggs, three, good! Aiden Diggs from almost the same spot. And just like that, it is a 1-point ball game. Little bit of trouble on the handoff. Ends up safely with an ascender. Trying to get around the Tigers defense. Really trying to work it down low to number 24. Pushing foul called on Atenga Aka for Millennium High School. Big foul for IMG. That play looked like it was going nowhere but out of bounds. Fortunate to keep it with them. Get it inbounds. Travel called on the drive. Tigers force a turnover and look to take the lead heading down the stretch of the first quarter. Tigers get it in to number 2, Peyton Washington. Correction, that was number 0, Adrian Higuera. Out to number 3, Cameron Holmes on the drive. Gets stuck, kicks it out, 3. Good! IMG, or correction, the other one, Millennium, with 3 back-to-back-to-back threes. Takes a 2-point lead, gets the steal, 3-on-1. Works it back, gets the layup, clearly wanting a dunk. Millennium, after going on a run, up 4, 50 seconds left, 17-13. I believe the Ascenders called the timeout there. Either way, both teams with 4. IMG looking for an answer. Millennium going on a bit of a run recently. As a good tip there on defense. Out of bounds. Cameron Holmes thought he got the save. Official says he stepped on the line on that sideline. As the Ascenders get the ball roughly at the eye of Vikings on the court. The pass gets stolen down 2-on-1. Euro gets the layup. Trey McKinney for Millennium. Going on a, I believe, it has to be more than that. Going on a 8-0 run at least. Down the stretch, deep 3 IMG, in and out. Tigers get the ball playing for the last shot of the quarter rather. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, layup off the glass and good. And that is how we will end the first quarter. IMG I keep saying the wrong name. Millennium on a 10-0 run over the past couple of minutes, up 21-13 at the end of the first quarter. Back from the quarter break, the Tigers of Millennium going on an impressive, I believe, 10-0 run to end the quarter as the pass there sails way out of bounds off the hands of Adrian Higuera, intended for Trey McKinney, who had the bucket at the end of the last quarter. That's big. IMG looking to go on a mini run of their own, down by 8. Trying to get something going, working it around the top of the key. 3, in and out. Millennium comes away with the board, pushes it up the court. Aiden Diggs with it, kicks it out to Adrian Higuera. Back to Cameron Holmes, listed as the captain of the squad on Max Preps. Kicks it down to Adrian Higuera. Lots of good ball movement. Now with Trey McKinney, back to Adrian. Trying to get off of the defender, working one-on-one. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Tigers trying to do something. Get it on the backboard. Tigers wanted a goaltending. Officials say no. Get it down low quickly. Work it out. Corner 3. Good! IMG Academy gets the I almost said Trey and 3 ball at the same time. Either or, pick your poison. Gets the 3 and temporarily stops the Tigers' run. Cuts it down to 5, 16-21. 3, good! Aiden Diggs answers right back. Pushes the lead back out for the Tigers. Great offense from both sides. When in doubt, just shoot threes. They got to go in at some point. Good layup off of an even better pass there for the Ascenders. Trying to put a dent in this lead. Cameron Holmes losing the dribble. Hands it right to an Ascender. Out, corner 3. Good! Correction 2. Stepped on the line on the gather. Will go down as a 2. Either way, the lead is only 4 for Millennium. Cameron Holmes trying to do something midi. In and out, too hard. IMG with the board, trying to play with some amount of tempo. Millennium so far really good at getting back. The 3 there, too hard. Cameron Holmes gets the rebound, pushes it up the court. Trey McKinney blocked at the rim. Foul called on Cameron Holmes, and we are going the other way. Show you a replay of that block one more time. Net at the backboard. Couldn't even get it off of his hand. Trey McKinney either needing to add a fake or to go under and around on the layup. Not sure which would have been better the worst case scenario there, getting blocked. Now IMG getting it over the half-court line. A couple of substitutions. Once again, we do not have accurate numbers to names. Foul on the shot. I believe that was Peyton Washington for Millennium. Yes, it is his first. Jamal Jones shooting for the Ascenders, listed as number 95. Playing with number 0 on his back. Misses the first. IMG breaking the temporary huddle with their coach. Nobody getting inside of the three-point line, telling Millennium, go ahead, get the rebound. We'll beat you on the defensive side. It's either very, very brave or very stupid. And we will find out which it is. The advantage to doing that is you have your defense set by the time the offense gets down the court. The major disadvantage is that Millennium can game plan what they're doing because they don't have to have anybody in there. They can just have the shooter. Or they can have one man with the shooter. I misspoke. Big layup there. Hard hit on the ground, taken by the Ascender player. I believe the foul was on Antanga Aka, number 12 for the Tigers. His second. Millennium up 5 against IMG Academy. Any lead against IMG is impressive. 5 is very impressive. Get the inbound to the big man at the three-point line. Open three. Off the rim and out. Whistle blown, foul called. I believe a push called on number 24, Gabe Coronado. His first of the game. And Millennium rightly upset at the call. So far this quarter, every single call has gone against Millennium, and none have gone against IMG. It is 4-0 in the foul margin to this point, which despite that, Millennium has the lead. Corner three, good! Gabe Coronado saw the wide open corner, took it, got it. Whistle blows. I believe another foul called on Millennium. Number 2, Peyton Washington, his second of the game, 5th team foul on Millennium, as the foul difference is shocking to say the least. 5-0. Feels like IMG is at some point going to start making a mistake or two here or there, and it's going to even back out. But right now, Millennium fully and rightfully frustrated by that difference. Inbound Peyton, I keep thinking that's a 2. That was Adrian Higuera, gets it out to Aiden Diggs at the top of the key. Back to Adrian on the dribble handoff. Good defense from number 20 of IMG, staying right with him. Aiden, 3, off short, hit the rim, not an air ball, but it was closer than you would like. 3, off the rim and out. IMG open threes, can't make them fall, down by 6. Has missed at least 3. They should have the lead if they could hit open threes. The fake gets the man, drive, wing 3, off the rim. Both sides struggling with accuracy. Trey McKinney on the miss there for the Tigers. The big man in the post really wants it from the Ascenders. Not giving it to him. Great pass for the bucket. Wow. Replay a little bit behind. Watch this pass on the wing. Down low for a big bucket. The Tigers trying to do something on their side. Drive up and under, foul. Bucket can't fall. Foul still counts. 2 shots coming for Mr. Aiden Diggs. Foul called on Maxime Meyer, the almost 7-foot-tall center. I believe wearing number 15 for IMG Academy. First free throw good from Aiden Diggs. Second free throw also good. IMG making a substitution as well as Millennium. In comes number 3, Cameron Holmes. Out goes Gabe Coronado. 2:45 left in the half. Millennium holding on to a 6-point lead and playing out of their minds on both sides. IMG trying to force shots. That one falls. Good bucket from the Academy. Miscommunication from Cameron Holmes and Trey McKinney. Trey went to cut. Cameron went to give it to him on the corner. Ball ends up out of bounds. That is big for IMG Academy. Trying to get back in this at halftime. That'll certainly, oh, I thought that was going to go in, so I started calling it that way. Missed from Maxime Meyer. The drive no good on the attempt from Aiden Diggs. Wanted a foul like that one. Cameron Holmes upset. That didn't go the same way on the other side. As we talked about the foul margin earlier, back up to 5, 6-1. Millennium, I don't even know the right wording. I was going to say up by 6, but that's not a thing you want to be up by. Having committed, 5 fouls. Big and not what you want at all. The foul. Both foul shots good from the Academy. To inbound, Trey McKinney gets it in to Adrian Higuera for Millennium. Good ball movement, too hard on the post entry pass, throws it out of bounds. And another unforced turnover from the Tigers, giving IMG another chance to claw away at that lead. 1:40 left in the quarter. Big man gets it stolen on the drive. Big dunk, Aiden Diggs. Gets the steal, takes it all the way, dunks it. Got the replay just in time. Aiden Diggs, big slam right there. IMG can't get the layup or the putback. It's out of bounds. Millennium will take it. Big playing there on the defensive side from the Tigers. 1 minute left in the half. Holding on to a 5-point lead with everything they got. Get it down low. Blocked! Big block from the Academy. Corner 3. Off target. Board. Stays down here. Gets the put in. Big 2 there. Cut it down to a 3-point lead. Millennium can't take it to half, but they can take it pretty close. About a 20-second difference, or like a 13-second difference in shot and game clock, as Adrian Higuera just holding it in the corner, trying to take it down. They should start the offense about now. 5 left on the shot clock. Get it down low, poke out, thrown right back to IMG on the save attempt. Whistle blows, foul called on Cameron Holmes. He cannot believe it. And I gotta say, I don't disagree with Cameron Holmes. That looked like that should either be on the man clearing or not a foul. Either way, refs blew it and called it, as the scoreboard here is not updating. I believe that is the 7th foul on Millennium. The scoreboard here says 5, but it is definitely higher than that. First free throw, good for the Ascenders. 10.5 seconds left in this half. Cut it back down to 3 after the dunk. Make that 2. Correction, make that 1. Scoreboard in the building, a little slow to update. Bucket off the glass, too hard. 2 seconds left. 1 half court heave, short, and that will take us to halftime. Millennium 33, IMG Academy 32 here at Hoopfest. coming back from halftime, Millennium went on an impressive run, put the lead up to 6. Actually, they had it way higher than that. Took the lead up to about 8, maybe 10, near the end of the half against IMG Academy. IMG's defense showed up near the end, cut it down to a 1-point game against the Tigers. Joining me now is
Graham Hatfield
as color.
I just got here about 20 seconds ago, and I have no idea what's going on at all.
We should be in for a good second half today from both of these teams, as IMG gets the inbound in. We do not have accurate rosters for both sides. IMG has inaccurate numbers on max preps. We do have one for Millennium as they get the board, bringing it up the court. I believe that's number 1, Aiden Diggs, the mid-range jumper. Good!
Wow.
Aiden Diggs quickly builds the lead back out to 3 for the Tigers. This has been an impressive game of basketball to this point. A lot of that has happened both times. IMG going for the save. Official gets in the way. Nothing you can do about that. Tigers force the turnover. Defensive intensity, Graham, the key so far for both sides. What are you seeing so far from the defenses that could lead IMG to get back in this, and how can the Tigers keep their intensity up to run away with it?
I am watching, and just from what I've seen very little of, I'm seeing a lot of pressure on the offense right now, and I think that can really help us here.
To build on what you were saying, the on-ball pressure is insane from both squads. You see it there, needing the spin to go into a pass, drive, hit foul on Tooster. Try to find Foster? Chase Foster for IMG Academy. We are not even on the right person. They called it on the big man down low, Maxime Meyer, wearing number 15, listed at number 92.
What is going on there?
You can see the confusion. Everybody on max preps listed with a number in the 90s. Nobody on the IMG team wearing a number bigger than 33. So we will continue to use the numbers for the Ascenders. As good defense gets the drive. Big meat. Met him going up. Foul called the second time. I believe that's on Trey McKinney. Look at me. Trey McKinney with his second foul of the night. He has been big. I believe Cameron Holmes has 3. So far, Cameron Holmes has been the best player for the Tigers all day. And Trey McKinney hasn't been that far behind. Both of those guys will be huge, as well as Aiden Diggs for the Tigers. Watch out for those 3 in the second half. First free throw fell. Second free throw does the same. IMG cuts it down to 2. Tigers looking for an answer. Put it in the hands of Trey McKinney. Works it around. Gets it down low. Adrian Higuera. Shot off the money. Scrum for the rebound. Goes the way of IMG for a second. Second scrum. Whistle blows. No signal yet. I believe that's a jump ball. In which case, yes, jump ball will stay with the Tigers. Good effort from, I want to make sure I say the name right. Yeah, Adrian Higuera on the baseline for the Tigers. Not giving up, following his shot, fighting it away from 4 Ascenders. Quick midi. Good! Aiden Diggs off the inbound from Adrian Higuera. Gets the bucket. Millennium High School looking to maintain their lead and run away with it. Big 3. Cuts it down to 1 as I was saying that. As now the Tigers get it with a 1-point advantage. That is what the good defense of both sides can do. But simultaneously, the necessary offense been needed like that. Cameron Holmes, as I mentioned earlier, huge for the Tigers. Gets the foul there, going up, 2 shots coming. Cameron Holmes off the spin, went up, drew his defender towards him. Able to draw the contact and the foul. Gets the first free throw to fall. Pushes it out to 2. Cameron Holmes' second free throw falls for the Tigers as they employ the IMG Ascenders' same defensive strategy on free throws, pulling everybody but the shooter to the other side of the court. Get it down to the corner. Quick defense, smothers up the 3. Good closeout down low. Maxime Meyer sealed his guy, opened up the lane, gets the tip in when the shot can't fall. Once again, a 1-point game. IMG doing everything in their power to stay in it. Tigers looking to run away with it. Drive, layup, blocked on the way up. IMG up the court quickly, slams it home. Big play there. Chase Foster on the leak out. Big dunk for IMG, takes the lead.
Absolutely insane dunk there.
Great awareness by Chase to get down. Corner 3, off target. Cameron Holmes can't find his mark on that 3. IMG looking to capitalize, drive, can't get the bucket. Cam gets the rebound, kicks it up. Aiden Diggs, slam! Aiden Diggs! Big bucket for the Tigers, puts them up by 1 now. Huge, huge, huge. Watch those 2. Good defense there, Aiden. Better shot on the mid-range pull-up. IMG playing like they are the better team. 3! Trey McKinney. Both sides, a flurry of buckets. Big layup. Before I can even get the next word out, they have it up the court already. Aiden drive, big foul.
That was
hard hit.
Ow.
That looked like that did not feel good. Foul.
Do you know who that was from?
Called on Jamal Jones. His second foul. I have a really bad habit of saying the wrong team name when we're on this side of the court. Spin, Cam, off the glass, good! That deserves a replay of its own. Cam gets the inbound, spins down a couple of times, gets it off the glass, and as I'm showing you the replay, Cam gets the steal, drive, shot, foul. Can't get the bucket to fall, but big time foul following the steal by Cameron Holmes.
This is a very fast-paced game.
Obviously hoping to get the shot to foul for a 3-point shot to fall on the foul for a 3-point play. Happy to come away with any points here. Lead cut down to 2. I guess I should say lead gained to 2. IMG temporarily leading in this game in this quarter. First free throw can't fall, Cam Holmes, and he is not happy with himself for missing that one. Can't blame him. He's been very consistent all game at the free throw line, as in for the Tigers comes Atega Aka. Gets the second free throw. Cameron Holmes gets at least 1 on the fast break foul following the steal. IMG gets it to the big man in the high post. Maxime Meyer finds a man, fake, kicks it out on the wing. Good defense from the Tigers, not biting on the fakes, staying home when they need to. Pull up off the rim.
This is it.
Gets his own board, kicks it 3. Good!
Right.
Aziz Olajuwon with the bucket. Big time play there for the Ascenders. Aiden Diggs with the ball, gets it out to Cameron Holmes. Trying to shake his man, drive deep 2. Good! Cam Holmes Whistle blows, timeout taken by Millennium. Up by 2:49-47 off the Cam Holmes bucket. 2:49 left in the third quarter. IMG getting the inbound off of the Tigers timeout, getting it up over the half-court line, drive all the way. Foul called. As last quarter, it was all Millennium. To this point so far, it has been all IMG with the fouls. 5-2 now. Still more called on Millennium than there were against IMG the last quarter. I believe we went out with a 7-1 foul ratio. The first free throw falls for the Academy. Cut it down to a 1-point game, looking to tie it with the second free throw. As we saw this strategy early in the game, pulling almost everyone but the defender. Earlier they pulled everybody but the shooter from the free throw line, essentially. Adrian Higuera working his way into the wing. Man cuts in the corner. Cameron Holmes gets it at the top of the key. Gets the screen, but the switch from the defense is there waiting for him. Gets stuck down low, trying to find Aiden Diggs. Gets it to him. Drive, kick, wing. Adrian Higuera gets it out. Almost lost it. Trey McKinney with it. Drive of his own. Gets it poked away. Recovers. Aiden Diggs. Three. Off the target. Tough board. Goes the way of Atenga Akash for the Tigers. Big play there. Aiden Diggs with it. Following the reset, gets it up to Cameron Holmes. Has it at about the logo. Being met fairly far out by the defense. Adrian Higuera in the corner. Drives, gets the screen, fakes the midi, thought about it for a second, gets it out to Trey McKinney, drives, tries to Euro, gets it stolen from him. IMG pushes it up the court immediately. Off the glass and good. IMG takes a 51-49 lead, passes the half-century mark, and has the tie for the longest lead they've had all quarter. Briefly got it to this far earlier, gets it back here now. Trying to build off of it. Cam almost took a deep three, drives, connects on the floater. Looked like it was going to go out, finds a way to make it fall. Both sides at 51. And from this point out, 9 minutes of basketball left. It's going to be a very close game, hopefully. Close games are always way more fun to call. Good spin. Can't connect on the shot, too hard off the back iron. Rebound goes the way of the Academy. Pass down, hit, out of bounds. On the pass, Ralph Scott looking for, I believe, Chase Foster down low, maybe a Hamidou Toure. Gets it into him. He was looking for a Hamidou Toure, the 7-footer. Gets it down, floater. Off the back iron, gets his own miss, gets it in. Shot clock turns off. IMG up 2, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Cameron Holmes with it, trying to give his team the at least tie going into the fourth. Both sides, a closely contested and hard-fought battle to this point. Adrian Higuera will take this down to about 8 seconds when you have to imagine they start running the offense, maybe around 6. It's it down, 4 seconds left on the clock. 3, 2, corner 3, Cameron Holmes, 1, off target. And that will be the quarter break. IMG Academy up 53 over the Millennium Tigers, who have 51. And from this point on, 8 minutes of basketball is all that is left in regulation. Both sides fighting in a close one for the win here in Valhalla. Inbound following the quarter break, IMG up by 2, trying to find a way to extend their lead and run away with it. 8 minutes left in the game. Hitting the screen. This is when I really wish we had names. Good bucket there from Trey Beamer on the drive off of the Ahamadou Toure screen. Adrian Higuera with it near the half-court line, trying to find a teammate, gets it to Aiden Diggs, thought about the 3, drives, tough floater, looked like it got blocked, maybe just off target, fakes the 3, corner, off short. IMG comes away with it. I believe Trey Beamer getting the board. The drive, floater, off target, almost found a way to fall. Cameron Holmes gets the board, pushes it 3-on-3 for the Tigers. Switchback Cam, off the glass, too hard. IMG comes away with it, pushes it up the court. They have numbers 3-on-2. Tough shot off the glass, too hard. Tigers get the board. Aiden Diggs down quickly. Cameron Holmes sizes up the corner 3. Can't find a way to connect. Adrian Higuera, tough rebound. Aiden Diggs 3, short as well. Tigers could not buy a bucket. 2 wide open 3s, unable to fall, as that has been very uncharacteristic of the Tigers to this point. Deep 3, and the Ascenders are starting to run away with this one, up by 7. Biggest lead of the night, I believe. Definitely the biggest lead of the last 75% of this game. Trey McKinney hits the 3. Whistle blows. I believe timeout called by IMG Academy. We will get confirmation on that in a second, but either way, timeout called. 58-54, 6:19 left to play. following the timeout. IMG Academy has it on the baseline. Full court press from the Tigers, trying to force a 5-second violation. The Ascenders get the ball in and get it over the timeline. Half-court press, almost forced. Correction, it did force back-court violation. That is exactly how you want the half-court press to work. Force a bad pass, gets the ball over, actually forces the offensive player to go over the back-court line and commit a turnover. Big play there, big stop, 4-point game. Adrian Higuera with the ball. Gives it to Aiden Diggs in the wing, almost said in the corner. Drives, finds Cameron Holmes, trying to shake his man. Takes the midi, lots of contact, fouled on the shot. 2 free throws coming for Cameron Holmes, 2 big free throws. If he makes them both, it is a 2-point game, and it is that much easier for Millennium to fight their way back into it. First free throw. Good from Cam. He figured out the nerves from earlier. Missing, I believe, both on the same trip earlier in the quarter. Hits both this time. 2-point game. IMG up by 2. Full court press. Adrian Higuera helped out by Cameron Holmes. Leaves his guy. Temporary 4-on-5. Cameron able to recover. Wide open 3. IMG in and out. Could have been big as that pass hit out of bounds off of an Ascender. It will stay with the Tigers. I almost said the wrong score. The scoreboard I was looking at partially blocked by the basket supports. I almost thought it was a tie game. It's not. It is 58-56 Ascenders. Tigers with the basketball, trying to tie it up, if not take the lead here. Inbound pass given to Trey McKinney off of the hands of number 13, Dylan Code. Gets it down to Adrian, back to Dylan. Haven't called his name a lot. Tigers clearly hoping he can be huge. Cam's 3 off target. A little bit of contact, not enough to warrant a foul. IMG comes away with the rebound. Trying to work it around, potentially drain a little bit of the clock here to leave the Tigers with less time, and that will certainly not help. Both men follow on the screen. Leaves the dunk wide open. Amadou Torre, Adrian Guerrero gets it on this side, gives it back to McKinney, and then out the corner, Aiden Diggs on the drive down low. Dylan gets met on the way up. Looked like a clean block from one person, foul on the other. Met by 2 Ascenders on his ascent. Ends up with the foul called on, I believe, Jamal Jones. Dylan Cody, one of the two, shooting free throws. Names are hard when you don't know them. Coday.
Yeah, I can't get Code.
Dylan Code hits the first free throw. 3-point game, make it 2, hits the second. Tigers staying in this one. Adrian Guerrero with the full court press on his guy. Dylan Code defending the 7-footer Amadou Torre. I had the R and the T switch. Step back, floater, good! For the Tigers right now, it is 1 step forward, 1 step back. Cut it to 2. Let the Ascenders hit a layup. Get 2 free throws. Give up a layup. Cannot cut into the lead when you give up the same amount of points that you gain. Get it out, almost out of bounds. Corday with it. Finds his guy, hits short on the rim. IMG with it up the court quickly. Foul called on Adrian Higuera. As give you another look at that, I feel like there should have been a push-off foul called right there. Yep. On, I believe that's a Amadou Torre. Ref either didn't see it or doesn't agree with me. Either way, I'm not the one making the call. 2 free throws coming for Amadou Torre for the Academy. potentially huge. 3:53 left to play. Cannot hit the first. Went front, back, front, out. 62-58. Still a very manageable game. Only 4 points. That is a 3 and a foul for the Tigers. Can the second one fall? No, it cannot. Still theoretically a one-possession game for the Tigers. Plenty of time to work with, though. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Aiden Diggs working with it, trying to find, scroll too far up, Dylan Code. Working with it, gets it out, Cameron Holmes. Drives mid-range, too hard, off the back iron, goes to Ahamadou Toure on the board. Kicks it up to number 3. Trying to find something to do with it, working against Adrian Higuera. 3, good! IMG Academy up by 7. Looking to put it away. Aiden Diggs bringing it up the court. Finds Cameron Holmes, gets it down to Adrian Higuera, the floater off the side of the iron. IMG pushing it up the court, 3-on-3, the drive blocked at the rim. Adrian Higuera goes right to Ahamadou Toure, who throws it down. Give you another look at that at the timeout called by Millennium High School. Big block, Adrian Higuera. Bigger dunk, Ahamadou Toure threw it down with some power. Timeout called Millennium. Down by, I can't do math anymore, 9, 58-67. 2:42 left in the quarter. Following the Tigers timeout, get it into Adrian Higuera, takes it up the court quickly, finds Aiden Diggs in the corner, working it around. Cameron Holmes, 3, good! Cameron Holmes, 6-point game. Cameron Holmes connects on the 3, gets the Tigers over the 60-point mark, 61-67 the score, down to Ahamadou Toure. Big body with the bucket, 69-61. Adrian Higuera with the drive following the Ahamadou Toure bucket. Cameron Holmes thought about the 3, gives it out to Dylan Corday. Out to Adrian Higuera, back to Aiden Diggs, fakes, drives, goes around, up and under, no good. Out off of, I keep forgetting his name, Dylan Code. Goes to the academy off of the miss by, I believe it was Adrian Higuera on the drive. Working it around, floater, alley-oop, not synchronized enough. Missed the dunk short. Wasn't expecting it, had to rush through it, couldn't get a dunk. Aiden Diggs, short on the 3. Board goes the way of the academy, bringing it up quickly, 3-on-3. Pass gets it around a man, Cameron Holmes on defense. Temporarily going up against Jamal Jones. Down low, the Euro step. Gets the bucket and the foul. IMG Academy over 70. Up by 10, 71-61. Chase Foster with the hoop and the harm. IMG for the first time, never mind, they pulled him. I was about to say for the first time all day, putting more than 2 people at the free throw line. Pulled the second man. It is a 3-on-2, should go, doesn't matter, made the free throw. Adrian Higuera up court quickly. Blocked on the three. Up and under too hard. That's number 24, Gabe Coronado. We saw him earlier today. Haven't seen him since. Wondered what was going on. Back in the game now. I believe out of bounds off of an ascender. Stays with the Tigers. Gets the inbound down. The long two off the mark. Wow, hiccup. Worst possible time. Adam missing the free throw. Adrian on the defense. On the way up, Adrian Higuera, one of the best defenders on the Tigers, gets ran past. Big layup, and this game is essentially over. 12-point lead, 40 seconds left. That pass won't help. Out of bounds, missed by the defender. 34 and a half seconds left in the game as IMG Academy just has to dribble it out beyond the half-court line. Shot clock is turned off. I don't think they notice, or they're trying to run up the score. 20 seconds left in the quarter. I keep saying in the quarter, in the game, as now IMG will just dribble it out and let the clock expire. 10 seconds left, not much to call. 2-1, and that will be the game. IMG Academy wins 74-61 over the Millennium Tigers from Goodyear, Arizona. A big win for them here at Hoopfest. They will advance to 4-1 on the year. They dropped the Tigers down to 2-1 on the season. Millennium's next game will be against Corner Canyon tomorrow at 5:30. As for Millennium, they play Orem also tomorrow at 8:45 p.m. A late tip-off for the Tigers. I believe the Battle of the Tigers. Orem High School also having that nickname. As I'm correct, Thursday I believe it's here at Hoopfest. Orem versus Millennium, Battle of the Tigers, 8:45. IMG Academy versus Corner Canyon, the Chargers up against the Ascenders. As Graham, do you have anything else to add coming out of this game for either side?
Not really, Coleman. All I do have to say is that going into this next game is going to be a very fierce game against Lone Peak with PG. We're at PG. Jeez, I should know that. But this is a game that we love every year, and it's going to be a hard-fought game.
The game Graham is referencing is the next one we will be covering starting in about 13 minutes. Tip-off scheduled for 8:15. It is one of the best basketball rivalries in all of the state of Utah. Pleasant Grove versus Lone Peak is next. Until then, I'm Coleman Keel. I have been joined here today by
Graham Hatfield.
And we will see you next time on PGSN.